Hello, welcome. Saturday evening. Got to change the camera, so I've got a new thing now. So I've got a different position, and we've had Hi K, Captain Rex evening. We had a bit of a nightmare getting the cameras to work. It all went mad. Evening, baby. Hi, darling. Yeah, it all went a bit mad, but Al managed to avert a fire. I'm not going to touch anything. Evening, wasn't sure this was happening. No notifications on Facebook. He did put
I did put
an advert up at what, like 4?
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, something like that. To be fair, he did forget.
Yeah.
We played a game of Blood Bowl, and then I was like, "Oh, why don't you go and put that ad up?" And he was like, "Oh, it's Saturday, isn't it? We're streaming." So stuff happens. This lockdown, it all blends into one big mushy soup of boredom. Yeah, well, it's one of them things, man. I'm not on Facebook very much, so I would miss it. The best way to do that is to follow on Twitch, for those of you that are not on Facebook, and you'll get notifications when we go live. Although we went live really late because of the camera issues, and then Al went off and forgot to make us live, and I kind of saved it, but like still really late. This is an amateur production. What do you want? This is not funded by Disney. This is the Lapina company, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have got no funding, very limited staff, we're underinvested, we've got terrible premises.
But we got talent, and that's about it.
We got a tiny bit of talent. He's sat behind me.
Not at all.
Right, so yeah, should we do some painting? Should we go to Split and I'll show everyone? So we're finishing this again tonight. So while you've been away, all I did was I put some white in the spots, and when we finished stream, I was looking at it. I watched an amateur production from the US this week. Awful. Well, yeah. And I looked at the glasses, and I didn't really like them. And I had this idea that, you know, like how a fly has like those. If you look really close, it's all like crisscross in the eye. So that's what I did. Is I went back, I blued it, and then I just did some crisscross, like checkerboard, but without filling in the gaps. And then I got brighter on the light lines. So when it's glossed, it will look like, you know, like that reflective surface over a fly or a wasp's eyes, or a bee, even a bee's eyes, because this is like my bumblebee now. So yeah, we've got the black to do. I've got some metals to do, the skin. We got the dice and the base, and get some varnish and some stuff on it and get it all finished. So yeah, we got everything working at the moment. Should we try close up?
Yeah.
Should we try close up? Let's try close up. Whoa, close up's working. Where's my focus? You see what I mean? So as it has a gloss on it as well, that'll accentuate as you turn the model. You'll have that light point over that, the curve of the eye. We're getting there. Yellow's done, blues are done. Now we just need to hit some blacks and some skin. Right, let's do the face. Wow, how did you just transit like that? Was wicked, man. I never said that was really good. I'm really proud of you. So how are you all? Talk up, please. I know I've got some new people in the chat. Don't be shy. If you want to say hi, say hi. If you don't, it's cool too. But if you've got any questions, I'm the man. So
Stunning.
yeah, Captain Rex. Let's start with the face. So I've tidied up. I tidied up properly this week, so all my colours are now back. So now I have to find them.
Dutch Giant says, "Good evening, everyone."
Oh, good evening, Mr. Giant. We got two Dutch people definitely in the chat. So if the chat suddenly goes Dutch and there's a lot of I's and J's in everything, you'll know what's happened.
Looks like somebody's tripped over with Scrabble.
Oh, there's this word, and B's going to laugh, and I'm not going to pronounce it right. Basically, it's Mac. But then, or Mark. They're the same.
Mark or Mac?
No, I don't know. No, and she'll say I've pronounced both of those wrong,
Right.
But it's basically that word with like a little bit more of a in it, right? And it means one means your ass or something, and one means make.
Great.
Right, exactly.
So Mac is make.
Brand's some dwarf.
Mr. Stander says, Jude and I actually played X-Wing for about the first time in a month.
Nice, good. Just got some flesh colours. So I did it. I'm pretty sure I did. Ulfric, hello mate. Thank you for the subscription. I did it in this bronze flesh tone. I've already base coated it. What I want to do, I think that's pretty dark enough, and then I'm just going to work up from there. But what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of red. I found my scarlet red, Alex.
Well, hey, where was it?
It was in a drawer. It fell off my desk into a drawer. It's one of them things.
It's good. I mean, that was just you conserving it, right?
And let's have a little bit of this bronzed flesh.
Maybe that's a new game. Once a week, I'll just take a random paint away, and you have to find a way around it.
Yeah, but I only use like 5 different colours, dude. I'd be like in so much trouble. I'd be just dead. It's on my palette tonight. So all I want to do at the moment is just put a little bit of colour in her lips. That's a bit runnier than I was hoping, but it's okay. Just give her a bit of lip colour. She needs a bit of lip colour. She's a girl, right? And it's a cartoon. And that pure red, a little bit of that flesh is still on my brush, but just right in the actual crease of the lips. So we've already got that little bit of light on the bottom, on that bottom lip, and just mixing that original flesh colour back into the red for the highlight on the top, just to bring it in with the actual skin. That's all we needed on the lips.
Mr. Stander says Mrs. S ordered my birthday present tonight. Second set of broken toads.
Nice. Oh, on the subject of birthdays, next month on the 9th it's my birthday, so we're doing a stream on the 8th, and like you know what I'm like, because I'm a Rasta. You have a whole month where it's your birthday, and so because it's my birthday, I'm going to give you guys some stuff. I know that don't make no sense, so tune in on the 8th. I've got a really cool Lego set I'm going to give someone. So as a little birthday gift, it'll be open to everyone. So tune in on that. Let everyone know. Come along. We will do an extra ticket. We'll do like a raffle thing. An extra ticket if you are a sub. That's the only thing we can add to it. But other than that, I don't want to exclude anyone. So there'll be some giveaways. And then we'll be doing our art giveaway at the end of the month, next month. So come back for that. Where was I? Painting skin. That was it. So I got some... Elf or dwarf? Where should I go?
Did you finally get yourself the Lego Friends Magic Pony sale?
Who said that? Okay.
Yeah.
Did I finally get yourself?
All the best people man. Born in February, apparently.
I was very upset, Kate. I've been after this Lego released this set of flowers. It's like a bouquet of flowers. It's like an adult Lego set. And all the scalpers, because of COVID, they just stole them all. And now they're on the internet for like a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah, it's very upsetting. And I really would have liked one of those for someone. So I'm just going to start, bland, getting a nice old... I'll mix some elf flesh with the bronze flesh. So covering all of it almost, but just kind of feathering it out. So you've still got a little bit of that bronze flesh under the nose and at the base of the cheek. There isn't like loads on these faces. It isn't like we're painting something super, yeah, loads of detail. You've got a tiny little thing, so.
Okay, says, having seen how much it is, you might be getting the Lego Friends Doggy Daycare as a super special birthday treat.
Please don't buy me Lego Friends, man.
Mr. Stander says, I have a job interview this week.
Good luck. Good luck, Paul. Good luck. And then I'm going over with the same colour again.
I know you had your heart set on the Lego Lego Friends friendship bus, but that's out of my budget, unfortunately.
What is his obsession with Lego Friends?
Well, maybe he's just done a lot of research into Lego Friends. Like,
Is it Lego Friends like the sitcom, or Lego Friends like the girly range of
I
Lego?
think it's the girly range.
Is that called Lego Friends?
I think so. Let me go on the Lego website.
I am very into my Lego. I'm a big kid. So and just a bit more elf flesh in the mix. So it's almost neat elf flesh, but there is another colour hiding in that.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not.
It's
definitely not the Friends.
the sitcom.
No.
Okay, because they did do that, you know.
Oh, the doggy daycare centre. It's pretty fly. Comes with a whole bunch of dogs. You could be the first person to put like rebel hounds in their cabinet. Mark Fairbrother says, hello everybody peeps.
Evening, Mark Peeps.
Richie C buses in with an easy now.
Yeah, Richie Rich. What are you saying, Famalam? We still haven't done a night of Star Wars Squadrons. Richie.
I might put to hit some Call of Duty tonight. I missed it the past 2.
Yeah, how have you survived, Al?
I know, right, I know. It's a tough thing.
I should start curfewing your internet time. Like come 1, just switches off. Obviously I'd have to have some kind of modicum of knowledge to do that, and that's clearly not going to happen, but you'd enjoy that, wouldn't you? It'd help you
break into the power station.
Get a more regular.
You've got up too many barriers at that point. I'd have to go back to the original one.
That would be enough to drive you into crime.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good, Al.
Oh damn! Right.
I got a little bit of white hiding as well that I've just added in. I just want to catch like the top of the nose now. It is. Just done that. That's it. What happened there?
Just a whole catalogue of flips.
Be careful, man.
Yep, it's all good.
You're going to break the stream.
Got my jab this week. Some pretty lady soldiers doing the deed, Mr. Stander says. Mark Fairbrother says, has been painting more Blood Bowl players since Monday. He sent me a photo.
Okay.
I'm going to find that photo.
Yeah, if anyone's got any stuff they've been painting, please send it to Alex on the Weekend Warlords. And we will get people to show, we will get them put up. Okay, that's her face done. Can you see that? This looks nice. Nice little blend, nice little shading under the lips and around the lips. It's all we needed. Really clean. Really pretty.
Just fell off his chair. No. No, I didn't just fall off my chair. I just dropped everything I was
you just
holding.
broke half the internet. Okay, so let's start on. Let's get this metal area done around the face. So I've got some gunmetal. It's really dark, really, really, really dark, and I'm going to have some black, and I'm going to have some of this really high silver, and I'm going to mix in between the three. So if you wanted to do this in non-metallic metallics, you do it with like black and white. That's it. But I don't want to do that. I like painting metals. So I'm going to use the gunmetal with a touch of black first. Make it even blacker. And I'm basically going to get most of this in this as a base coat. Just leaving a few like the intersections in the neat black.
So here is Mark Fairbrother's Imperial Nobility Blood Bowl player.
That's wicked,
really
man.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really cool. I love that, Mark. Yeah, it's really good, mate. Our friends just ordered a nobility team from a company called Grebo. You should have a look at those, Al.
Yeah, let's have a look at
You
those.
should show us what they look like.
Didn't even know they made one.
Grebo miniatures.
Damn, that looks good.
Yeah, they do some very cool stuff.
Team is wonderful. Okay. The website's broken. Was it the Florence Night team?
I don't know. You'd have to look and have a bit of a guess.
There we go, that's what he was describing. Do you remember he said something about guys have two shields that come together?
That's right.
Yeah, I found them.
And she's got this like neck piece that I want to catch in silver as well. But this is really dark metallic. I don't want to go like super bright. You can kind of see that though, right? Just off black. I'm gonna catch this as well, just to put a little bit more interest on this model.
Captain Rex says, I shall have some pictures for Monday night as I should have finished the Kirax.
Very nice. I think Monday we'll get started on the clones, and I've been thinking about like doing it, you know, quite in depth with some weathering techniques, but I want to try out oils for weathering. It's been a long time since I used them. And do some really like go to town on this vehicle. And these clones themselves use the same techniques on the clones. Have actually got a box of clones that if it worked out well on the vehicle, and that could do a whole squad to match. Okay, so that's where I've got the bases on for those metal colours. And then I'm just literally, so now I'm going to go to the pure gunmetal, which isn't very big a jump, and I'm going to start to work on some of the areas where I'll bring a highlight in, but like a really strong highlight with the top silvers. So painting it like a cartoon again.
At some point, guys, you could do with another mic at the back so we can hear Alex a little better.
Well,
It's too quiet. And then my fire brother says that Alex is just that quiet.
Alex is very quiet. We'll move the mic. That could be done.
I ain't moving nothing right now.
Not right now. We're not. We're
Not
moving
after.
nothing right now.
This is the team we got. They're pretty easy.
So yeah, these are from Grebo. Yeah, they're cool, man. I love the shields coming together for the blitzers.
No.
Or the blockers. The
yeah.
blockers, that's it.
The blitzers are like proper, Crusading knights. They're really cool.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
I got a better picture of the blitzer, in fact. I can pop that up. Just because I thought you'd definitely approve of the blitzer. There he is.
Oh yeah, I approve.
It's so cool.
I approve.
Oh, they are cool. Mark Fairbrother says, yeah, they are very, very cool. I haven't had a chance to progress any further on my Blood Bowl team. This really will take me months to get 2 teams ready.
Who's that, Paul?
Paul. I mean, that's just the way of Blood Bowl, isn't it?
Like, you don't need to paint them all to play the game. Play the game and get them painted as you're playing.
Yeah.
There is quite a lot to paint in Blood Bowl. You might not even enjoy the team. And now I'm going to add some of this really high silver to the gunmetal, just to get kind of somewhere in between.
Mr. Sanson, Mr. Mark Fairbrother, it's taken me 2 weeks to paint 2 players. I have an orc team from the last release that's still only half painted. I've spent over 15 hours on 1 star player. I mean, it's not. If it was a competition on time taken,
I win, yeah.
at 15 hours you've stuck it to a base.
Yeah, I've
Had
just
a little
thought
think about it.
I am getting better at speed, but honestly, it is not about. This hobby's not something that like gets done really quickly and easily and fast. If you want really top results, it just takes time. It's like anything.
You also lose something with it as well, like because the stuff you're buying, the longer you take to paint it, the more money you're making it worth to yourself, right? Like that's still the way with any kind of hobby, isn't it? The longer it takes you to do something, like you don't buy a Lego kit and go, right, okay, I need this built in 10 seconds. You sit there and enjoy building the Lego kit for as long as it takes, right?
Yeah.
He's just enjoying the paint. Mark Fairbrother says he's just enjoying painting.
Yeah, there's no rush. It should, in fact, like, you should all recognise that they do take a certain amount of time, no matter what you're doing. So this sort of model that's kind of big and bland. When I say bland, I mean I know it's got lots of detail on it, but they're big kind of areas. This is when you really got to kind of paint. It's like you're going to make a lot of this picture happen by what you do with your brush strokes. See how it starts to pop out. And we've not got right to the top highlight. That's enough, see? It looks wicked under the chin. Okay, and then the neat, so it's just pure like silver, really silver. Your light is silver. Just a couple little bits. Probably about it. Just a little correction. Okay. Just those bits of metal. Just framed that face nice. Okay, so the blacks now. What time are we at? How have I done? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's only half an hour.
Like I'm like eating time here, eating. So I'll tell you what we do quickly before we do the black. I'm just going to put a base coat on this dice. So no, I won't actually. I painted these pure white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some electric blue or like a light blue, right? Doesn't matter if you've got the exact colours, but you get the principle of this. So I'm putting quite a bit of water with this electric blue, almost making like a wash, because I want to give these whatchamacallit, I don't know, dice points. What do you call the things on a dice?
Let me Google it.
Pips.
Tips.
Nice. Nice. It's a learning experience, everyone. See? We all learn. Well, who said that first? Pips. Captain Rex said spots. What does the internet say?
Oh, no, Pips is correct.
Pips is correct. So, okay, so, yeah, Mark Fairbrother, that was a teaching moment.
Mr. Stander went holes, B went with eyes.
Pips. So all I'm doing is going round the hole. It's a bit hard with the white because it does kind of, you can see, just getting a little shadow in there. Okay. Just wanted to get that done because that's all that really needs. I might do a little touch up of white. It's a bit exposed, that. Why is that white like that now? So glary. So let's just get my hair dryer. Ah, one on the top. I love Captain Rex. Captain Rex, you're the best. One on the top. You're absolutely right. Captain Rex for the win. Now you've really darkened it. Gone too far there, Al.
Yeah, cool.
Let's have a look what colours we've got here. I'm going to start with this Games Workshop Mephiston Red. It's a really nice colour.
Good job, it's got 6 on the bottom.
And just get a base coat on this dice before I do the black. Well, this red on this dice will add so much colour, such a like opposite pop. Okay, so this has actually got a little bit of the sculpt. Which is just affecting that. So I've taken that away. So that we can go around those circles nicely. Damn, this colour red is absolutely beautiful. Covers very well as well. I will say that. And this is the air stuff I'm painting with. Obviously we're going to do a little highlight here and there on this red as well.
The red is the base colour I'm using on White Walk's team.
That
Mr.
red.
Standis's, yeah.
I like it. out of all the things I paint, it's weird that a dice is something I use all the time playing the games I play, not something I ever paint. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe that's what we can do.
I remember once like painting the symbols on my Blood Bowl dice.
Yeah, well that's it. We'll get a set of just random Blood Bowl dice. And you can paint them and maybe they'll bring you some luck. Once you've painted them in all crazy colours.
Man, did I have some Blood Bowl dice in my game of Blood Bowl today? It couldn't have gone any better, could it, Al, for you?
No, it couldn't. The worst thing was, as I was rolling the kickoff results, I was like, don't blitz, because he's just going to get up and walk away, and I need to win this game.
I'd never get up and walk away.
But it was going...
It was hard work, though.
Yeah. In fairness, it's not like, it's probably the least bloodthirsty game we've had in a long time.
Yeah, but it weren't about that. It was about just everything going wrong.
Yeah. Is 2 rerolls what you started with originally?
No,
Or you reset
it was
to
3,
Right.
but you need like 4.
Yeah.
That's the truth with the team. So when we come to do the next season, it'll I'll be able to build a better roster, better team with more rerolls.
Looking at the Amazon roster, and you can get some really good starting team on that roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So either I can go 4 block dodge blitzers or 3 block dodge blitzers.
No, you go 4.
Thrower and a catcher.
You go 4.
And I don't have the thrower and a catcher.
Who cares about that? You got 4 guys with block dodge to start a team.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just stupid.
Isn't Blood Bowl going wrong all the time? The team that fumbles the least wins.
Basic. No, it depends, man. Like, if you're not good with taking bad dice, don't play Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl's a brutal game for dice results, so if you're someone that doesn't have kind of composure enough to just accept it doesn't matter how good you are or how well you've prepared, it's going to go wrong. That's Blood Bowl. And your favourite guy is going to die forever, even with your apothecary. Just get used to it. Just say to yourself, it doesn't matter.
Raster's roster.
Raster's roster. Yeah, I love a bit of Blood Bowl. It's a game that I've played for so many years now. Always go back to it and always love it. Never played competitively, did like 1 tournament once. But it wasn't really my thing, tournament Blood Bowl. I much more prefer developing the players. Okay. So let's add, what have I got next? I got some Evil Sons.
Nuffle hates all players equally. Would you use
Angron's Clear Red after? It's not a bad idea, you know. It's not a bad idea at all, Clear Red in it. It's not a bad idea, Mark. We might just give that a try. Captain Rex. I've got some medium actually, so I could, have I got any clear medium? Technical. No, I've got contrast medium.
Okay. Is it a clear medium?
I'm sure I had a medium for it.
Do you have just like lemon medium?
Yeah.
It's just like the paint medium?
Yeah.
That's the right up in the top.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, I've got Lamian medium, but I don't know if that's what you use for the clear. And then it says it doesn't. What was I Evil Sons and some Mephiston.
Oh, nice glossy red.
So I'm definitely going to, just because it's such a big area, I'm going to highlight this just like that from the top, and then just kind of soften it down. Just leave that little bit of that darker red towards the base. So remember, I do use a lot of air paint, so my paint's naturally quite thin, and I tend to thin it anyway. Okay, it's getting towards the colour I want. Let's add some Evil Sons to that, a bit more water. Or water. I'm just going to stick to kind of corners and edges. Just feather a little bit off this bit. Water. Yeah, water. My girlfriend takes the piss out of my accent all the time, Mark. Out of my Cockney accent. What was it? Dat. I said dat. I dat it. She was like, you what? That's not even a word. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. It ain't.
Dat.
I dat it.
Dat.
No, see, I'm even more Cockney.
Yeah, I know.
Because you're just too, like, Eminem.
Just the accent.
Oh, damn.
So does my wife. Mark Fairbrother's wife. Mocks him.
Takes the piss. Yeah.
And Mr. Standard just says just the accent. Is that the only thing you get mocked for?
Yes, Paul. She thinks I'm awesome, mate. Great cook. Sensitive lover. Okay. Just some pure scarlet. Evil Sons scarlet. Not sure if I'm going to clear it. I might just gloss it.
On the subject of Scarlet, how is the best Alpina?
She's the best. So what I will say about the clears, that when you use them not through an airbrush. You should only use them on small areas. I think this might be a bit big, and honestly I think it's just going to kill.
Also, it doesn't
Get the same effect just by putting a varnish on it.
Yeah.
I do believe. And I don't want to take the chance that I have like a problem with it being painted over such a big surface. I'll put a couple of little, just for a bit of interest, little scuffs in the light red. You're barely going to see it. Should we jump up just a touch? I know this is yellow, but I'm only going to put a bit of it. Just for the final little. Thank you, Ulfric. Where's my colour? There it is. Maybe just in this corner. Spot more yellow at the front. Kind of like that. That's it. Okay, dice done. Get a nice gloss on that. Look wicked.
Very nice.
So, while we're at it, good. I've done good. Right, just while I got my little bit of black, I'm just going to go around the edge of this base. As soon as I got the colour. That'll want a couple of coats, but just as we're working through, like a speed demon. The store. Is it the store or the soup store?
Superstore.
The soup store. It's very cool. It's like this American sitcom thing in a store. It's funny. I like it anyway. Me and Scarlett like it. Got some somber grey. Just gonna get a little base on this.
Mrs. S and I have been watching Virgin River. Probably going to finish it off after the stream. What do we binge watch next?
But yeah, I don't. Alex and Scarlett are better to ask for that. I kind of watch for a little bit. I binge watch the news.
I mean, have they watched like Watered Carbon? You watched that? That's sick.
It was alright. I couldn't tell you what happened in any of it though. Now, Al.
Really?
Yeah. Any of it.
That's very sick. Well, like Stranger Things. If you haven't watched Stranger Things,
I haven't watched Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is great.
I watched some of the first season, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just was like, alright, it's alright. I'm so quiet. Alex,
Yeah.
talk to me.
I mean, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know, Alex.
You know me, I don't talk all that often. I mean, they're just talking about Netflix TV shows.
Are they?
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that. Schitt's Creek, mate. He's gone up Schitt's Creek. Was that meant to be in a German accent?
I think they were a Middle American family.
What, Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
Okay. So when should I obviously did the cats and goes. Yeah, the basing stuff's cool. All of these that come with like a textured base. Let me just. I have to have a drink. I'm really thirsty. I'm sorry, and excuse me, but I've got a drink out of the bottle.
Bridgerton is very popular.
Scarlett likes that, doesn't she?
Yeah, yeah.
Scarlett loves Bridgerton. That's the one she was talking about. So I'm just gonna start adding in some white with this somber grey to this base. Start playing about a bit with the base. Or should I just lay dry and dry brush it? And do something? I don't know. Let's just start like this. Because she's meant to be like so tiny. This is all just like lint and fluff, I suppose.
Is that period drama? We're not big on those in this house. That is a period drama, indeed.
just want like a show to watch, just like a one-off, you could watch the Lego House on Netflix. I love that.
Well, that film we watched
Yeah.
as well.
What film? That Monday.
What Happened to Monday?
What Happened to Monday? That was a good film.
It was good.
It was a messed up good film, but it was a good film.
It was hard to watch at points.
At points, it was. But that's good filmmaking, right? And did you watch it to the end?
Yeah.
Okay, so cool. That's where.
It was good.
Good. See, it kept going right up until the end.
Yeah.
It was a good film. Was not disappointing. So I'm just kind of rough painting over this texture that's on this base. And taking that onto the actual flat as well. Just start putting some, I don't know, we're just playing at the moment. I am anyway. And remember, there's no accidents, only happy mistakes.
No, there's no mistakes, only happy accidents.
That's it, only happy accidents, mistakes. Is that right?
I don't know, that'd be fun, but... Just beat the devil out of your brush and you'll be good.
I'm beating.
It's always helpful when a film goes to the end, unlike the occasion at Cineworld where the film crashed with just 15 minutes left. Sometimes.
Depends though, some films, that's where the last 15 minutes they just pants.
Yeah, they just destroy it.
They just destroy it. You're like,
did I waste
wow, is that what I waited for?
Great.
Okay, kind of like that.
You could binge watch all of the MCU films. Only took me 3 weeks. Yeah, in fairness, I watched a lot of the MCU films while you were away. Me and Scarlett sat there and watched every film that contained Captain America. So basically all of them.
And she's like, oh, there he is.
Yeah. She was thoroughly mad when Captain America came back old because he had lived out his life and wasn't going to be in. She was like, this is trash, turn it off now.
Chef show's good if you like food.
Yep.
I was telling B about that. Okay, a little bit more white and we'll be done. Just a couple of spots, a bit higher. Kind of irrelevant, the base, if you know what I mean. Just needs to be pretty.
Clone Wars, Rebels, The Expanse, American Gods depends on whether
What's
it's
The
families with them or
Expanse?
growing up. I've heard a lot about The
But
Expanse.
what's it on?
I don't. Amazon Prime, I want to say.
Right, okay. Who said that?
Captain Rex.
What's it on, Captain? Aren't they doing a Lord of the Rings series or something?
Apparently, but nobody. No, I haven't seen anything about it recently at all. Prime, I think, yeah. I think The Expanse is Netflix. It's good. I've seen the first series or two. Yeah, somebody at work was telling me about it.
If it's Netflix, I'll watch it. But
I don't think it is. I think it is Prime. I mean, I can find that. Amazon Prime Video is what it's on.
okay, well, we ain't watching that then.
No.
Because they cost expensive, innit, Amazon?
I think it's like 80 quid a year.
Yeah.
Might be more than that.
See, as I'm working up, so just working, I'm just plating. You start to get something nice. Just adding white, right up to almost white. Okay, I'm going to call that done. I think that's enough. And just catch the base again with black, and then do the actual highlighting on her. But let's just do that. Let's get a little bit of a bigger brush. Let's get some more black, because my black's dead.
one of the two. I have those plus Disney Plus, obviously. So for a job interview done over Zoom, do I get fully suited and booted or not? Will be the first ever remote interview for me.
So my mate had 2 of those recently, and you're going to be sitting down, obviously, unless they want to see you doing handstands. So just, top half dressed up like you'd go to a job interview, Paul, and bottom half
tracksuit bottoms and a very
naked, wearing a banana skin, as far as, for all I care, as long as they don't see that. You're certainly not in your light dressing gown and slippers with a cup of tea, a fag in one hand, and like fag hanging out your mouth. All right. Or like from bed, rubbing your eyes. Oh yeah, I struggle with getting out of bed.
You said this job's a remote job, right?
Okay. So this is where we're at the moment. Now we just need to get those. We've got the silvers done, yellows done. So now I want to highlight. Oh, I forgot about that colour. I've got a little bit of red here on the leg to do. Now I want to highlight the black, so all of it. Beware of any mirror in the background. Yeah, absolutely. Beware of any mirrors in the background. Very good point. Have you heard that people are now, because they're having all these like interviews on telly from people's homes, like these politicians or like famous people, whatever. So now there's a company in England called the Bookshed or something like that, and it used to hire out or sell books for film shoots, for dressing sets, and they have been inundated with orders from politicians, famous people. So when you see them on camera and they're sat having an interview and they've got all those books, like Dickens and this and that, a lot of them is stage dressed. Like, they don't own these books. They just want to make you think they do. I'm sure some of them do. I'm not saying all of them, right? But shocking.
What about the set that we saw the other day that just had ghost people hovering in front of random windows? It was just...
What are you talking about, ghost set?
On the news, you had 2 people with green screens come on, one after the other, and I was saying how professional it looked because they just had like blurry outlines and they were floating.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The green screen was bad. Yeah. So I'm just doing these little bits of red on her leg. So I got that Evil Sun Scarlet. I can't remember what I base coated it. She hasn't got much.
Did you see the story about the woman interviewed on BBC Wales with a giant object on the shelf behind her?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's got to be like urban myth. That can't be real. No one would be that stupid, surely. Who said that?
Kay said that, and Mr. Stander said it.
Kay, find me something on the internet and send me some proof. I need to see a screen grab to believe that's real. No one could be that stupid. Why would you have it on a bookcase as well? Why? Did he just send me something? What was that? He did. Alex.
I think he sent it to me as well.
I can't believe this real. Are you watching it? Are you looking at it now? Oh my god, what an idiot! What an idiot! What an idiot! Oh, what must her mother think? Why is it on your shelf, man? Why is it on the shelf?
I don't know. I have no idea. That is not how you organise a bookshelf.
It's a book shelf.
Yeah. Maybe she's just very open and liberated about these things. Not your conversational material aid either. That's the one I'm thinking of, yeah. Sadly, I have already given consideration to what the background will be for my interview. Please tell me you're just going to go down the pub, stand outside, and be like, yeah, I would have done my interview from the pub's Wi-Fi, but they're all closed. It all depends what the job's for. I mean...
Yeah, what's the job for?
You go, is it? Captain Rex says perhaps she likes to keep it handy.
Okay, that'll do. Just highlighted out those little whatever they are. Perfect. So now the black, I really don't want to overdo this because I want to keep it black. The mayor of Antwerp was interviewed with no pants on and had a mirror in the back. Had a little smoke, done a little interview. Forgot to put my pants on.
He says he's an accountant. Right, okay, so obviously, just go down to, some random office, break in and be like, yeah, so in your offices, because I knew I'd get the job.
Oh, it's so funny. Can you imagine? The mayor. No pants. What an idiot. That's amazing. Okay, totally blew my mind, that did. Lost my train of thought. Somber grey and black. I might end up with a bit of wolf grey. It's a bit debatable though. The first thing I'm going to do is make a mix of this somber grey and black, but it's going to be like almost black. Like really almost black. You can see how dark it is. It's really, really dark. I'm going to go over some quite big areas with this. So, and then so with all of these models, I've kind of worked with a light. Work with the light, so as we get, like this will be these bits I'm doing right now, they won't get another jump up. They'll stay really, really, really dark, and I want to use where the light would catch. And this doesn't look like much, but there's just these. You've got to build it up like this, otherwise, I'm gonna kill it with too much highlight. Finally get to paint her bum. Been waiting this whole time just to paint that curve, everyone, and that curve. There you go. I'm a happy man. It's all about that. You have to paint the bum cheek with the highlight, I'm afraid.
It's got to be the cheek highlights.
It's got to be the cheek highlights. A little bit of darkness under the cheek. And then highlight the thigh. I'm sorry, everyone. It's all a bit weird. But just the way it is. Okay. We shall return to the bottom later. Hands. Just on the tops again. Tiny bit there. Tiny bit there. Okay. So let me just some pure black just here. Where I've gone over slightly. And then my slightly lighter black. So I'm going to make this wet now, because I'm just going to cover this whole top of the head. And just leave like kind of like a line of black on the edge of everything. Although this will still look black, but it just needs it.
How has my life revealed this point? I'm sat in on a Saturday night watching a grown man paint a woman's bottom.
Who's that?
Mr. Stander.
What's wrong with that, Paul? There's nothing wrong with that on a Saturday night, watching a grown man painting a woman's bottom. There's a lot worse things. So can you see there is a change now slightly to her. And I'm going to add a tiny, tiny bit more. See, this is light enough to catch that head again in a second when it's dry.
We're in the middle of a global pandemic, induced lockdown. What are your other plans? Go out for a wild house party and a £400 fine. Well, it depends how many people are at your house, mate.
Yeah, you see, I'm providing a service here, people.
We should get additional funding.
Yeah, we should get additional funding from the EU. Or whatever it's called now. We're not part of that no more. We're not part of that club, man.
Perfect Saturday, well fed, watching Rasta whilst taking notes, and a large glass of Kraken to keep me going.
Who's that?
That is Captain Rex.
I'm going to have a drink after the stream.
I might have a drink after.
Just the one, but I just fancy one drink.
I might have one drink because I still got work tomorrow.
I had a few drinks yesterday. I don't want to have a few drinks, I just want to have the one. But it's boring, isn't it? It's just there's nothing to do. I know this is a bit dull, right, what you're watching now, these jump ups in greys. But they really are important. Can you see what's happened to the head? He's just got this really subtle light on the black.
Mr. Standers there with a blanket wrapped around his legs like Ironside. Ironside, that's an old reference, Alex. It is indeed. Thank you.
Yeah, do you know what that is?
What's that?
Is it was a detective in a wheelchair.
Yeah, with a blanket.
Yeah,
He specifically had a blanket.
Well, he was in a wheelchair, bless him.
Yeah.
It's going to get cold. Little cold leggy pegs. So some greys down on the bottom of the feet, catching where the light's catching, over these shoulders, right, and over the head. This is where the light sources are coming. This is what I'm doing now. Bring some of these onto this finger. I mean, there's not a lot of detail. We don't need to do too much.
Jude is heading up to bed and says good night.
Good night, young Judicus. Oh yeah, when you and Jude played, who won before Jude goes? I bet you Jude won. Jude's better than Paul. Much better. So again, I'm just adding more somber grey with my black mix.
Of course, knowing Paul, it will probably be more like Dr. Everett von Scott.
Are you Googling who that is?
Maybe.
Because, thank God.
Is the character from the musical The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Right.
He's in a wheelchair with a blanket.
Okay. Okay, now. Almost up at somber grey, which isn't the lightest of greys, but almost back up at somber grey. Being much more controlled now.
Right, okay, that makes sense. A lot more sense, yeah. I haven't watched Rocky Horror. Did you see that Mr. Stander said he won both games?
Did he?
Yeah.
What, Mr. Stander won?
Yeah.
Boo. Bully. Good for you.
Not good at references.
You haven't seen the Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No.
Oh man. What are we going to do with you, young Alexandre?
Is it a musical?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll like it. That's about as far as that goes, isn't it? How many giant robots are in it?
There's a Transylvanian transsexual.
Yeah, that's not the right kind of transformer for me.
No. Sneaky little brush. Try to get away. little bit of wolf grey. Makes a huge jump as soon as you add in the wolf grey. This really is like going to be a couple of bits or a couple of like graphic embellishments as opposed to kind of highlighting every bit with this colour. It's going to be catching a few edges, and we're going to jump up probably one more and that'll be it.
Rocky Horror Show used to come to Chelmsford regularly. Always said I would go see it again, but properly dressed up next time. It's educational. It's not.
Well, it is because it's like a massive, like, it has massive cultural influences, or you know, like pop culture.
Right.
So you should know about it. So now that, like you lot have said, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the songs are just going round and round and round in my head. She needs only round the back. Sorry, she had some schmuckus on her buttercuss. He says, as he just gives it one little highlight. Feels wrong ignoring it. Just the tiniest little butt light.
Must have the final butt shave. It's a classic like The Godfather, The Exorcist, Leon, Apocalypse Now. I've seen The Godfather, The Exorcist, and Apocalypse Now. I haven't seen Leon.
You haven't seen Leon?
No.
Oh my word. Leon's amazing.
Not normally a great one for musical theatre, but I'd like to see Little Shop of Horrors on stage one day too.
Yeah, I'd love to see Little Shop of Horrors. It's a cool film. So I've just added a tiny bit more wolf grey.
Watch it, Alex. It has young Natalie Portman gives an outstanding performance. Oh, yeah, I will watch it, I'm sure, at some point when I've run out of other things to watch. Like when I finish my little true crime series.
Okay, so I'm pretty much done apart from some varnishes, but I still want to, just before I'm finished, I'm going to take some white. And I just want to just double check some of my little white pop highlights because the model's been handled. And they can get a little bit knocked. Yeah, all this bit of white as well. There was a couple of little dots that just needed a little highlight. A little clean up where we put that blue. Not all of them, but there was a couple that just needed. Yeah, I'm going to ask you questions. No, I want to do some varnishes as well. I really want to varnish it because I think it needs the gloss and the matte to kind of chill it. You know what I mean? So let's mix up some varnish. So at the moment, I'm calling her done. I don't think she needs any more than she's got. Oh, he says, just as he realises what he's forgot to highlight. I just forgot these little bits. That's better. See the difference? Okay. So yeah, I'm calling her. I did. Look, she got an extra little, like a little, even a jiggle. There's a jiggle line. Look, it's like it's jiggling. Just leave the bum. Move away from the bum now. Okay, we can stand around the front.
There's the word that you can't pronounce,
what?
Even if you tried.
What?
Amazing, and then Dutch letters. I can get the me part, unless they don't pronounce me like that.
Mach me gek means you drive me crazy, make me crazy. just need technical hard coat. So it's over here. So this is what happens. You clear up and you can't find nothing. So this is the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Vallejo matte varnish, which I'm just going to put a bit in here because I think I need a bit of water to go with it. Just put a single, like a drop. Try and get a drop.
Question please. I have found airbrushing different colours like electric blue and wolf grey much easier than pure white. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, pure white as a base colour is not a great colour. Like, as it's not a great coverer. They do a surface primer in the white, but yeah, you'll definitely find, Captain, that there will be colours that like you prefer to work with and do spray better than other colours. White's, yeah, it's a weird one. So I'm just painting this on. I've milked it right down. Once we get some glosses on, I think I'm going to do the wings in gloss and the visor. This is going to change completely. I know this is all a bit boring, but I can't do nothing about that. It is what it is.
It's much better than the other way of tutorials where you read a white dwarf and they go do a base colour. Now add these highlights and they've just put a finished model at the end and you're like, oh great, yeah I know how to do that, bang on. At least you're learning every single bit.
When you're putting this on, you know, try and smooth it out as much as you can. You don't want to just put tons of this in big pools and leave it. You want to What have you drawn tonight, Alex?
I just
Anything magnificent?
continued on with...
Should we show everyone tonight what you've been working on? Is it one of your big pieces from the house?
It is one of my big pieces from the house.
Did you bring it in?
No, I finished that one. No one's in the
No, I
house.
know you finished one. Is this
Yeah.
the second one?
Yeah, this is the
Did
second
you
one.
bring it with you?
Yeah.
Right.
What,
Should
the
have
first
just
one?
brought you
Did I bring
paper.
the first one?
Should have just brought you paper and black pens for Christmas, not
The problem with those
colouring pens.
colouring ones is I'm just not good enough yet.
Yeah, you are.
I need to like practice on blending those colours.
You don't have to blend. You just have to pick the right colours against each other. You should look at Scarlett's owl book.
Yeah.
Right, it's got some wicked, and just copy some of the colours.
Yeah.
instead of trying to blend in anything, just put colours next to each other and stay in the lines.
Right. Cool. I'll try it.
I brought him some Gucci felt tips, like these blendable colouring pens and these adult colouring books for Christmas. So obviously you can like rattle can, you can get rattle can varnish, but at this time of the year you are always taking a risk because of how cold it is, because you're probably going to open the door, but you don't get any of the problems by doing it like this by hand. And I will say as well, if you have got an airbrush, you can thin this down a little bit, put it through the airbrush again, just like a rattle can, and you absolutely will never ever bloom. Let's get the hairdryer on that. My hairdryer's fallen down. Do, do, do. Hello, Mrs. S. Read what everyone's saying. Captain Rex.
Yeah, just watched this American guy painting a Mando figure this week. Out of the 20 minutes I watched, 15 of that he painted off, or just on the camera, really poor. Had to turn it off and watch one of your old videos instead. Okay, it says white paints dry very quickly and like to clump up quite a lot. I've found it a lot easier to airbrush thinned right down and done 3 or 4 very shallow coats.
Yep.
And Mrs. Sander says evening, Russell.
Evening, Mrs. S. Yeah, I agree with you, Kay. Some Kays do clump and dry easier over the tip of the brush. He's not wrong about that. So this is Ard Coat, which is gloss varnish. I hate they call it stupid names like that. It's gloss varnish and water. And if you've ever seen me gloss varnish, always multiple thin wet coats rather than trying to put it on thick.
I was trying to paint my clones a la Rasta, and the Vallejo white was just difficult.
I do airbrush white a lot though. I mean, let's do this dice first. So with gloss varnish especially, right, if you've made it too thick, it will look bad when it goes on and dries. You need to be able to keep it moving, so that means it's got to be kind of thin. Whereas if it's not thin enough, it will dry as you're pulling your brush over the surface, and you'll see that at a later date. You'll see that when it's dry. Oh, damn wrong. That's the gloss.
If you use Vallejo matte varnish, why not use their gloss varnish instead of something with a silly name?
Because I've run out of my Vallejo gloss varnish. I would normally be using Vallejo gloss varnish, but I've run out. Okay, we'll let that coat dry. We've done the goggles. I want to go over these bits. See these blue areas on the wings? I want them gloss as well.
It's all a learning experience, okay? Stop learning, start dying. You know what?
What's this?
I don't know. I think it's just in chat.
What's that, Alex? They're saying about colour.
What colour, Kay? Depends on how long you're willing to wait. Oh, I think, yeah. I don't know what they're discussing. They've gone past me.
Damn, forgot a coat on the base. Shall I leave it matte? I think I'll leave it matte. I'm definitely going to do another coat though on the dice and all of the gloss. So that was only first coat. So again, glass is first. See, like you put it on, you got to have enough on your brush so that it kind of like almost pulls on. Alright? Did you see that? Same with this. Wings. Ooh. Getting there now. We're nearly done. Sorry everyone about that horrific noise, but it is what it is. Oh, that's unplugged, isn't it?
The compressor. Yeah.
Okay. Just give it a second. I just need to let it cool off a little bit, and then I just need one more little coat. It's not quite glossy enough on the wings, and then we're going to be done. Okay. Because if you've like hair dried it and then you put a coat straight on it, the surface is so hot it dries what you're painting, if you know what I mean, and then you get a bad finish. I just want to put a tiny little touch on her lips. That's it. Alright, I'm going to call that done. So I'm just it's gonna naturally take its time to dry. Al, what camera settings are we on?
We are on 7, I believe.
Okay, so you on 7 or are we on 10?
7.
10. So let's go just up a little bit more. What are we on now? 15?
13.
Just to give you an overall look. Of how she's come out. Great ass.
All Freak says that the Nottingham Royal Theatre on the 9th to the 14th of August are meant to be playing
Rocky Horror.
Yeah.
Can we try close up?
Yep.
Should we try and have a look under close up? So you can see what the gloss does over the eyes. It really works, and on the dice, probably do one more coat of that on the dice just to get it really, really glossy. It works on the wings too, makes the wings look like membranes. But yeah, well chuffed. She's come out wicked. Okay, let's go back to split. It's not America's ass though, is it? That's America's ass. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That's what we that's the Wasp. All done. 2 minutes passed. I managed to string it out for a minute there. I thought you were getting like an hour and 10-minute show. And I was like, slow down, slow down. I didn't. Honestly, I did need that time. But there you go. 2 shows from pretty much start to finish, right? So 4, I think I did a little bit before we started in the last show. I might have painted a couple of base colours. So say 4.5 hours, something like that. But I'm well chuffed with how that's come out. What do you think, Al?
Yeah, it looks wicked. It's really nice. It's the cartoon paint style and the chibi art style. It's just wicked.
You like the cartoon and the chibi?
Yeah, works perfectly for me.
And there's what's his name going with her, but yeah, forget him. He's rubbish compared to her. She's wicked.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's it. That is tonight's show. We will be back on Monday, and Monday we will be doing starting the bike. I think we're starting the bike. I'm pretty sure we're starting the bike. That's the plan. Don't hang me if we don't. But we'll start like the Bark, Speeder and Sidecar. And I've got some other big projects coming up next month. It's birthday month, so that will mean loads of giveaways next month. So come back, get yourself subscribed if you want to be part of that. Other than that, thank you for joining. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you all on Monday. Until then, one love. Stay safe. Peace.